One is embracing the idea of reflective practice as a crucial component of the mentoring process. Self-directed learning, where teachers are required to think through situations they faced or can face in future as teachers, analyze problems encountered, consider a plan of action to take when facing certain situations, enhances professional development. Stokes, Fathian Diakon and Otter, 2020. Some specific tasks that may involve reflection include daily or weekly mentoring, where teachers can freely discuss aspects of the daily practice. The reflecting journal, where teachers can jot some of the occurrences in their classrooms and how they relate to their practice. And peer observations, where teachers sit down and watch one another and discuss how they handle certain activities. There are many challenges in our school which are located in urban areas and the student population is diverse. This position can be discussed based on the following considerations. This is so because there is a tendency for the students to perform differently depending on their ability to pay for their tuition fees and other charges. As much as we have tried to expand the offering of education, achievement still follows a similar pattern. This is further compounded by the fact that many of the programs are underfunded and often lack adequate resources to adequately support the needs of the clients. This is not exclusive to the schools and can be attributed to other national trends in the United States. Research has noted that disparities in learning outcomes among children in the low and high SES learning environments are widening, which has necessitated more targeted approaches. This has led to the introduction of such activities such as after-school tuition and mentorship at our school. However, these efforts are limited by lack of funding, a factor which is not new in literature regarding education inequity. These disparities are also a subject to the new national policy known as Every Student Succeeds Act (ESSA) that mandates all schools to be accountable for every student subgroup. The developmental area specified for this activity deals with improvement of tutoring, initial training teachers on class and teaching manners. The appropriate facet that I shall as a mentor focus is the effective approach to cheering the teachers by personalizing how best to support them and enhancing the formats of our professional development meetings. This focus is particularly relevant given the current responsibilities of the role, which include instructional leadership, management responsibilities and presenting faculty development sessions geared towards enhancing instructional practices in teaching and promoting a positive work culture. They should involve implementing professional development workshops that enhance the knowledge level of teachers and implement the introduction of new practices in the teaching methodologies. For example, the teaching about differentiation in the recent lesson equipped teachers with numerous ideas on how to address students' needs. Recently, management of purple loosestrife Lythrum salacrea has been criticized for lack of evidence demonstrating negative impacts of L. salacrea, and management using biocontrol for lack of evidence documenting the failure of conventional control methods. Although little quantitative evidence on negative impacts on native wetland biota and wetland function was available at the onset of the control program in 1985. Recent work has demonstrated that the invasion of purple loosestrife into North American freshwater wetlands alters decomposition rates and nutrient cycling, leads to reductions in wetland plant diversity, reduces pollination and seed output of the native Lythrum alatum, and reduces habitat suitability for specialized wetland bird species such as black terns, least bitterns, pied-billed grebes, and marsh wrens. Conventional methods, physical, mechanical or chemical, have continuously failed to curb the spread of purple loosestrife or to provide satisfactory control. That Sigmund Freud became a major intellectual presence in 20th-century culture is not in doubt. Nor is there any doubt that at all times there was both fervent enthusiasm over and bitter hostility to his ideas and influence. But the exact means by which Freud became, despite this hostility, a master of intellectual life, on a par, already in the 1920s, with Karl Marx, Albert Einstein, Marie Curie and Bertrand Russell, has not been sufficiently explored. Strikingly, Freud emerged as a 20th-century icon without the endorsement and support of an institution or a profession, in contrast to Einstein, Curie and Russell. Where are we to look for the details of this story of an emergent, and new, figure of immense cultural authority? One of the principal aims of this book is to show how this happened in one local, parochial yet privileged, site, Cambridge, then as now a university town stranded in the English fens with a relatively small fluctuating population.